Well, as the country edges ever closer to the local government elections, an ANC councillor candidate has been shot dead in KwaZulu-Natal. He was a candidate for a ward in Cato Crest in Durban, was killed just a few hours ago. So our senior reporter, Dasen Thathiah, joins me now from Durban, from KZN. Dasen, thank you so much for joining us. Unfortunately, this news coming through just a few hours ago. Details were sketchy at first. There was a confirmation that he was indeed a ward councillor, but no confirmation or any details that would lead one to believe that this was indeed politically motivated. What information do you have about this gunning down? Dasen, hopefully you can hear me this time. There is quite a bit of noise around you, as we can see. Dasen Thathiah, our senior reporter, on the scene of the shooting that broke just a few hours ago. Dasen, if you can hear me now, what information do you have right now with regards to the leading up to this gunning down and what's transpired there?
Okay. Oh, another blow to the ANC in KwaZulu-Natal. Tonight, as news coming in that one of its councillor candidates has been killed, this time here in Cato Crest, Ward 101. While the details are still very sketchy because this incident just took place a short while ago, what I can tell you is that this is the scene behind me where eNCA, as well as a colleague of his and two other people, were travelling when that shooting took place just shortly after 6 o'clock. It's left this community in shock, but more so because eNCA was central to a protest that we saw at the ANC's headquarters in August. Now, this was over him not being selected the first time around, despite the community saying that he was their preferred candidate. That resulted in a protest outside the headquarters, but according to the community, that was resolved shortly after when that extension for councillor candidates took place. But I'm going to bring in now Futhi Zondi, who's also a community member here as well as a fellow activist in the area. Ms. Zondi, firstly, my condolences to you on the passing of Mr. Mkhize. You were familiar with what took place here tonight. Please bring us up to speed with how the shooting took place.
As much as I was not in the scene when the shooting took place, but what I know is there was a blitz program that has happened today, earlier today around 5, where we were doing our campaigns that we normally do since the elections are coming. So we were giving out pamphlets to community members, encouraging them that on the 1st of November they should come out in numbers to vote for our candidates that we have chosen as the African National Congress. And the blitz has finished and everyone had gone home. So the road behind us is the road that leads to the exit from where they were coming from. And for an unknown reason, they had to stop. There were 4 of them in the car, and that's when the shooting happened. And 2 of our members passed away. It was our candidate Mkhize and another fellow member of the ANC, which is Mzugisi. 2 of them were rushed to the hospital. As this moment, the details that I have is that they are being looked at in the hospital. Yeah.
Out of interest, was anyone able to say how did the shooters arrive, or how did they get here before that attack?
I don't have the exact details, but since it was around 5 and it's broad daylight, a lot of people, this is a very busy road, so it happened, in the midst of everyone being here. A lot of people saw, as much as, community members would not be that open into saying who did this, but there were a lot of people that saw the shooting happening. Yeah.
Now, I want to ask you this because we know that Mkhize was part of that protest that we've seen previously. Were there any threats on his life leading up to this event?
None that we know of. None that we know of. Because as the African National Congress, we believe that as much as we are divided in seeing different people leading the community, but as soon as the ANC takes the decision of who is the candidate, we come together and we as the members, working hand in hand, making sure that everyone comes out and vote for the ANC. So I don't have any known threats that we're coming to him. So this is a shock to all of us. It is.
Thank you very much, Ms. Futhi Zondi. But surely the police investigation that has already started should be able to reveal some of those answers. But the information coming out now is that 2 other people are in hospital currently recovering from the shooting.
Dasen Thathiah, our senior reporter on the scene there in Cato Crest in Durban, bringing us the very latest in that story that broke just a couple of hours ago. We'll continue to bring you more at the top of the hour. Right now, though,